Hey, guest services team leads. So excited just to be chatting with you and beginning this new weekly video series, whatever you want to call it, just as an opportunity for us to kind of continue our dialogue from our guest services team leads meeting that we had a couple of weeks ago on August 25th. So just as an extra way for us to be on the same page and for us to dialogue about where we're going and just dreaming about the future. So I think this might be the easiest way for us to kind of get all those details communicated in bit-sized pieces and for us all to be on the same page across all the campuses. So I'm super excited about it. And for this week's video, I wanted just to take some time to celebrate the stuff that we've done over the last year and have accomplished as a ministry, as well as kind of a peek at to where we're going and kind of the implications for that. So a lot has happened in the last year. So one of the things we do at the Ransom as a staff is we have this thing called a thematic goal. It just helps us to kind of hone in our focus and figure out exactly what we want to chase as a church and how that impacts every ministry. And so last year we had the goal as a church to challenge the status quo is what the thematic goal was. And it allowed us to choose certain goals within our departments that can help us to achieve some of these other greater goals. And I don't need to go into that detail, but I just wanted to give you updates on exactly where we stand in accomplishing those goals after a whole year. And one of those goals was to create a training system. We wanted 80% of guest services team members trained, and we have accomplished that, and we have now a brand new training system that we've implemented for new guests or new guest services team members, whenever they get onboarded onto teams, they have those opportunities to watch these videos and just to get a good idea of what they're walking into before they even show up, which is awesome. Another one of our goals was to go from 14 identified guest services leaders, which was traditionally through just a regular team lead of a team. That includes 6 teams at South Campus and then 8 teams at downtown campus when we originally came up with that number because of evening services, and we wanted to maximize it up to 40 in light of launching West Campus and identifying just other leadership opportunities that we could have beyond the guest services team lead role, and to also have these assistant lead roles to help you just have a better idea of how to kind of distribute and delegate some of those things. And so I am super excited to announce that we have reached that 40 number, including new team leads that we have sent out to West Campus and new assistant leader roles that we have. And we are just so thrilled for that. And so if you haven't established assistant leaders for your team, I want to continue to encourage you to have those conversations. Who are some of the people on your teams that you would love to give them the responsibility of just overseeing everything that's going on in the warehouse or everything that's going on in the lobby, just to give them that extra leadership opportunity, because it's just going to not only make your job easier, but it's going to allow them just to lighten up and to go deeper in things that they never even dreamed of. And our last goal was to, in light of launching West Campus, is to have a recruiting goal of reaching 320 total guest services members church-wide. And we're still working on getting those final numbers, but I know we are very close to hitting the numbers for South Campus. We're very close to, we have surpassed our numbers of what we wanted for West Campus and are very close. I know we had, last time I checked, 131 out of our goal of 150 for downtown campus, just to ensure that our teams are well established and set and ready to go for the future as we're doing guest services in a whole new season and going into West Campus this fall. So we've done a lot of stuff like that. We've launched a campus. There's just so much that we can be excited about and celebrate. And so I just want to thank you guys for everything that you've done in supporting these visions and just carrying these out to much higher degrees than we could have ever have asked you for. And so you guys are the ones who set the tone for these teams, and you do an exceptional job. So thanks for carrying this vision and this mission. We're just so excited for what God's done and your guys' obedience and all that. So I'm really excited though for where we're going next. And next week I'm gonna talk more about our next thematic goal of what we're gonna be chasing as a church and how guest services will get to play a role in that. But I also just want to paint a picture too, because we've been talking a little bit about what it means to create belonging, almost as our rallying point for why we do what we do. So why we do what we do is to set captives free, but how we do it is through creating belonging. It's creating spaces that people can truly feel like they can attach themselves to, that they can find their significance, that they can know they're contributing to something greater than themselves. And guest services is all about providing that. And that's something that I'm going to kind of continue to dissect in bits and pieces, just to kind of give you an outline of the training content we're going to be talking about for our guest services church-wide training coming up on November 3rd. So continue to mark those dates, and I'm really excited for us to dive into this content, as I think it's going to give our teams just a whole new level of just a drive for why we do what we do. And I can honestly say I'm so excited for us to go into what I think might be just the most exciting season of guest services yet. So thank you guys, you're rock stars. Thanks for taking these 5.5 minutes for us to celebrate and to hear what all God has in store. And I think it's just going to be off the charts. So thanks for being rock stars. We'll catch you next week.